Good morning, this is Simon. Yeah, to continue the program One Day, One Story, 90 Day, 90 Story. Today is day 12. Yeah, yesterday I was talking about the first deal I closed, Elkins Purina. It's fantastic, right? So to me, how it closed because of excitement and sincerity. All right. So now today I'll be talking about how I meet up with somebody to continue with so-called my journey in Elkin. All right. So after closing already, then as you know, I was an engineer. I was an engineer, design engineer. So while working time, as an engineer, we never think so much of whether to keep our friends' contact or whatever, the phone number, whatever. So after leaving the company, most of the contact I never keep. Okay, and as you know that there was, about 18 years ago or 20 years ago, there's no handphone. There's so-called only a pager. Pager, I hopefully you know what is pager. Pager is the last time we're using. You cannot call. You're only getting messaging only. So when I started off in Elkin, I really got no contact. And I can remember of one of my colleague, his name called Ben, right? So because of I knew him, I know he's my good partner in working time. So when I involved in Elkin, I know he needed this opportunity and also needed this product because I knew his mom. I knew his whole family, and his mom having so-called backache. Right, so her mom need to same as me, early morning go to Singapore, working there and come back at midnight. So it's very so-called very busy and very tired, and body also not so well. So, but after leaving that company, we no more contact, so it's tough for me to get him. But as we learn, I keep thinking of him and keep trying to search his name and his contact, his number, his phone number. I'm trying very hard, but it's tough. I couldn't get it. But I think it's so magical. It's very fantastic, it's magical. Maybe it's a way for the brain, and maybe it's the sincerity of my heart, or maybe it's the aura from my mind, or aura from my heart, or maybe I've been talking to so many people about this Elkins Purina, talking about this career to so many people. So there was one day, it's so magic, it's so wonderful. I was waiting the bus because I'm taking 170 at Kasam. Those who work in Singapore, from JB to Singapore, taking the bus of 170, definitely he will know the bus number 170. So I was waiting and waiting. Suddenly, I saw a person look like him, far away. Wow, I say, wow, fantastic. why I can met him at this place. So I was looking at him. He's walking and towards my place here. So I wave at him. I said, "Hi, Ben. Wow, such a wonderful. So long never see him. So this is fantastic." So at that time I got his number. I take down his number, everything, right? Everything. Then we chit chat. I took his number. Then I start to make appointment with him to meet him the next day. So this is how I get the first contact, my first long lost friend. Okay, after working. So I get his phone number already. I call him. We met up the next day. I already prepared my Alkansprina, my filing, and same thing. I made the appointment at this McDonald's. We sit down there, we sat down there, and after calling the meal, I straight bring out the Sprina, I bring a filing, I just tell him, you need this, and this is what is so-called Alkansprina. Your mom need this, you one bottle for you, one bottle for your mom. Because I knew him and he knew me, we are so sincere. Immediately, he just bought this Sprina for me, and things from there start to happen already. Why? Because his mom backache. After consuming for Alkansprina alone for 3 days, the backache no more. Fantastic. The backache recover. So this is so good for him. So he also very excited. He also very believe in this product. From that onwards, this story will bring you how I met a person who has contracted this cancer and get well after taking Alkansprina. It's a fantastic story, it's a fantastic testimonial. So continue for the next story, one day, one story. See you then. Bye.